Whether you live in a hut or live in a mansion, the purpose of the roof remains the same, to protect you from harsh weather. Whether you drive a Ford or a Porsche, you'll still end up where you want to go. Whether you use a Nokia or Apple phone, you're still communicating your thoughts to the person on the other end. Whether you eat in a normal restaurant or an expensive 5-star restaurant, you're still filling your belly up with food. Whether you fly economy or first class, you'll still reach the same destination. Whether you're a CEO or farmer, you're still able to provide for your family. So why do so many of us spend so much time chasing material comforts? We've spent so much time chasing these material comforts at the expense of true happiness. Now, what really matters is the quality of our life, or how happy we are. Our standard of living is not nearly as important as the quality of our life. Do you think that rich people are always happy and that poor people are always sad? The rich are not always happy and content with what they have. They want to make more from what they already have. People who are content increase their quality of life by being happy and enjoying what they have. How many of you guys have heard of GDP? Most of you. So GDP is gross domestic product. Now, how many of you guys have heard of GNH? Not that many of you. GNH stands for gross national happiness, and it measures how happy a country is and the mental well-being of its people. In 1972, the King of Bhutan, a country in Asia, declared that gross national happiness is far more important than gross domestic product, leading the country to be known as the Kingdom of Happiness. Bhutan has consistently been ranked in the top 10 happiest countries in the world and the happiest country in Asia. There was a study done by Harvard University over a period of 75 years, one of the longest studies ever done. Over 80% of the people in the study said that their life goal was to become rich, and over 50% of those said that they wanted to be famous. But being rich or famous doesn't bring happiness. The study found that relationships make people happier and healthier. Lonely people are less likely to be happy and are even more likely to live shorter lives. The quality of your relationships is what matters for a happy life. Knight Frank's 2015 Wealth Report breaks down which countries spend significant amount of money on luxury goods. The top 5 countries we see on the chart are Qatar, India, Canada, China, and UK. Now let's take a look at the top 20 happiest countries in 2015. Only Canada from the first chart takes a place in the happiness graph. The other 4 countries aren't even on the graph. Now what do we get from this? We don't need luxury items to be happy. If we learn to be content with what we already have, we can realize that happiness is found within ourselves. Now I'm going to tell you guys the story of the 99 Club. There was a king, and he had so much money and wealth, but he was always stressed and unhappy. One day he saw a farmer who worked very hard to make ends meet for his family, but he also spent a lot of time with his family and just enjoyed his life with them. Now the king was confused. He told his minister, "I have everything and I'm so unhappy, and then there's this farmer who has to work so hard just to make ends meet, and he's so happy. What's going on?" So the minister told him he didn't really have much to worry about. He was content with his life. Then the next day, the minister kept a bag of gold coins outside of the farmer's door. The bag only had 99 gold coins. At first, the farmer was very happy to see the gold coins. All of his financial troubles were solved. But then he started counting, and he counted again and again, and there were only 99 gold coins. He realized he's missing something, or so he thought. He thought there had to be an extra gold coin. He kept counting again and again, and when he couldn't find the other gold coin, he decided he would earn that extra gold coin. He spent day and night working, and he didn't spend time with his family or anything. His only focus was that gold coin. He didn't have time to focus on his family or his life. That's what 99 Club is all about. People tend to forget that they have everything they need, and they're so focused on getting that extra gold coin. So focus on what you have and not on what you don't have. Now, I'm not saying don't enjoy a luxurious car or a nice house. If you have those things, great. But if you don't run after them and forget your happiness. Now, it's not easy to be happy. It's a journey. So the big question here is, how do we be happy? And let me tell you, your happiness is primarily in your control. Happiness is not about money and power, but it's about people, love, and relationships. Try to have a good relationship with the people around you and try to be content with what you have. Thank you.